Let's give this another go, shall we? The stacked boxes bring to mind, okay, I'm still not feeling this green cardigan. So, cue the podcast.
All right, so today we're diving into something pretty powerful.
Yeah, definitely.
We're looking at home, an excerpt from Memoir of a Stroke Survivor.
By Akili-Ka.
Right, by Akili-Ka. He had a stroke, had to move from California to Virginia, starts a new life. And in this part of the memoir, he's unpacking boxes in his new place. But, it's about way more than just unpacking.
Yeah, I mean, it's really about finding comfort in the middle of, well, chaos.
Exactly. So how do we even begin to unpack this unpacking?
Well, there's this image he uses that really stuck with me. All these boxes stacked up, he says they look like a city skyline.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember that part.
And I think it's brilliant because it's not just about feeling overwhelmed by stuff.
Right.
It's about being lost, disoriented. Like, imagine being dropped in a new city, skyscrapers all around, no idea where to go.
It's like those boxes become a symbol for his whole experience, you know? After the stroke, he's dealing with this new reality that's just as confusing as navigating a maze of buildings.
Exactly. And then he talks about this feeling of shame because he needs help. Like he can't even unpack these boxes on his own.
Right.
And he talks about how people keep telling him to just be grateful he survived, but it's like they don't get it.
Yeah. They're just offering platitudes, but it's so much more complicated than that.
Exactly. It's like they're ignoring the complexity of trauma. The anger, the fear, the sadness for the life that's changed forever.
It's like he says, what good is this breath if I don't feel safe? Like survival isn't enough.
He needs more. He needs to feel at home.
Right. He needs to feel grounded.
And that's where I think his belongings become so important. He talks about wanting to just wrap himself up in them.
Oh, I see.
It made me think about olfactory memory. How smells can trigger such strong emotions. Imagine he opens a box, maybe there's a sweater from California,
Right.
and suddenly he's flooded with memories, comfort, a connection to who he was before the stroke.
So it's like those familiar things are anchors, right? In this world that's suddenly so uncertain, there's something solid he can hold on to.
Yes, I think so.
And maybe it's even deeper than that. Like, is he trying to reclaim part of himself that was lost because of the stroke?
That's a really interesting question. We all use our things to create a sense of self, a sense of belonging.
Okay. Yeah.
Think about your own space, the things you choose to keep around you. What did they say about you?
It's like each object tells a story.
Exactly. And for Akili-Ka, at this really vulnerable moment, those familiar objects, they're more than just things. They're like a lifeline to his identity.
Right. A source of comfort and a reminder of who he is.
Absolutely. And even though there's still fear there, you can feel this sense of hope building in those last lines, like he's starting to put himself back together piece by piece.
It's amazing how much power these everyday objects can have, you know?
Yeah.
So, as you continue reading Akili-Ka's memoir, think about this. What does home really mean? Is it just a place? Or is it this feeling of belonging, of safety that we carry with us wherever we go?
Even when everything else feels uncertain.
Exactly.